hill up here. This is what we want to do. Drive those bulls down. Well, before it started cracking good glass and light, we got up here and we were hoping we would catch some bulls, working around a few of these south facers, a couple of these little hidden pockets. There's some guys scattered all around, but I mean, late hunt for elk, you're gonna have that. That's just all part of the game. Unfortunately, we saw about everything but elk right up in here. We did glass some from afar. A couple pretty good bulls. I think there was maybe 10 or 12 bulls over there, so kind of making a plan B now. Gonna go back to the truck, go out around the mountain, get over in this other spot, check out the truck situation, make sure there's not 50 guys already going after him, but hopefully there's not, and then try to make a play on them for the rest of the day. Definitely a bunch of bulls in there I would shoot. We're gonna go get on them and hopefully spend the day over there. If not, I'm gonna look at Martin and say, well, it's plan C. So regardless, Martin will know what to do.
Well, we've been bouncing around trying to find elk. The first day was, like you saw, a terrible snowstorm. We couldn't see anything. Got up into the spot again this morning. A lot of guys, no elk. There's elk up there, but they haven't had much time to move around, I guess, and we didn't see any. Glassed the ones up far away, moved in on them, and there was probably 20 trucks at the trailhead. There's an upper spot and a lower spot where you can park, and each one was chock full. Came up into this spot, and it's usually good with a decent amount of snow, but I question if they're in here with the snow just coming yesterday. Otherwise, it's been bone dry up here. That's the name of the game late season, is running ridge lines, trying to locate bulls, and then finding one you can go after and making a play on it. Well, we've got a bull spotted. Took about 20-30 minutes sitting here, and it was actually quite a bit lower than I thought any elk would be. Looks like a 6-point. We're going to try to get Clint on him. I'll sit on one side of a canyon and then look across, kind of watch the elk as he goes in on it and comes up from above. Making a cliff shot on him.
Boy, that'd be epic. About 50 yards off the cliffs. And then hopefully he'll run straight down within a few hundred yards of the truck. And then those are the kind of pack outs that, like Devin and Jason, our buddies, they love that kind of stuff, so that would be great for them.
We're going to get on him as fast as we can. I think it's pushing noon now, so.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's get the food and get on him. Oh, Clint's going after that bull. We spent maybe an hour getting down and then over and into a new position. It's not sunny like it used to be. It's cloudy and a little windy. Unfortunately, I can't see the bull from my new position. I can see his tracks, but I can't see him. So we don't know exactly what he's doing. I sent Clint into the ridge that comes down from below the bowl, and I want him to get up in that next canyon we can't see, kind of look for the bowl, and make his way up towards him. Hopefully one of us can turn him up here in the next little bit. Well, that concludes the hunt today. Clint popped out. I didn't think he'd pull it off, but he got up in there and got right where the bull was bedded. I saw Clint pop out, and neither of us had seen the elk yet. It was pretty windy throughout the day. And Clint calls me, and while he's on the phone with me, he looks across the draw from him and sees the bull, and the bull sees him. Took off maybe 200 yards away from him. No chance. The bull must have, while we were moving to get closer, he must have got off of that ridgeline to avoid the wind and moved into that draw and started feeding by himself. First stalk, though, that's cool. Freezing cold, though. Single-digit temperatures up here today. Foot or so of snow. Insane.
Well, last day. Looking for a little magic, and we got a pretty good play for it. Found this bull a few hours ago. Bedded right across this draw. The way the wind is, I'm gonna drop down and get on this next ridge. Go up the ridge and get above him and come down in on him on an angle. I have the wind in my favor the whole time. I got Martin here now to keep an eye on him. Fingers crossed, this is a pretty good play. This is all you can ask for on a hunt like this. I mean, big bull, real big bull. Bedded in a good spot all by himself. Middle of the day, I don't think he's going anywhere. Now I just gotta drop in on him and hammer him. We'll see what happens. Facing the same way, and then I'll start working my way, picking my way through that. At some point, I'll take my bow off and drop my bag, my sticks.
At this point, that bull is within shooting range of Clint. It's just gonna come down to if he'll stand up or not. Before dark, we got an hour and a half left of light. And the bull is a little bit on edge, but I think with some time he'll calm down. Clint has decided he needs to sneak in on the bull. He doesn't feel like he has a shot anywhere else. So he's gonna try to sneak in. I mean, he's already right in the red zone. I don't know that he'll even... I mean, he could already shoot the bull if it wasn't too thick. So, it's about 50 yards away right now.
Flint just got back to his backpack. The walk of shame, buddy. It was a hell of a stalk. Got right in on the bull within bow range. But as bulls typically do, they bed in the most perfect spot, especially when they're down low like this. They know right where to hide, and the only possible way he could come in was straight above him and get where he did. Unfortunately, the wind is starting to shift in this canyon, and being within 50 yards, the wind can shift just enough and a bull will smell you. And that's what happened. Only other option was, besides waiting or him stalking in, was for me to bump him. Clint thought he could get in on him and make the shot, and bull smelled him and took off. So that play didn't work. Bull lives another day. He'll probably live another year because he looked healthy, and only got about 45 more minutes of light left and the season's over.
Well, that will be the end. Heck of a way to send off the last day, though. That was close. I stepped it off after he blew out. Wind killed me. 55 yards. So I came down off the top, angled in on him, and the wind at that point in time was blowing directly across the drainage, which was good for me. As I was making my play down, I could feel my wind, which I'm sure it was thermal, starting to pull down to the bottom. And I knew that could potentially probably kill me, and it did. Got into 55, I could see the tips of his horns, so I knew exactly where he was. Martin was on the opposing hill. Whenever I heard him get up and blow out, I had a feeling. I could feel it hit the back of my neck a couple times while we were standing there, and I thought that's probably what happened. He winded me, and Martin said that he kind of looked up and immediately just was like, okay, I know what that smell is. You know, it wasn't like he heard something and was trying to check to see what it was. That's how the game goes, though, sometimes. Win, lose, or draw. It's been a heck of a lot of fun. Me and Martin's had a good time. There was no tag punch, but it wasn't for lack of miles and glass and an effort, and that's all you can do is put in the work and hope you get a good opportunity. That was a heck of a good play there. It just didn't go my way this time, but he met up with a hutch. You can't see it now, but up over this ridge he met up with another bull, and they ended up, Martin watched them, and I got to see him when I got down here. They were working their way up to the top, so as long as nobody's up there in that saddle, he's got about another hour to make it, and he should be good unless he gets killed by a lion or a winter kill. So maybe I'll catch up with that sucker next year.